So this is Baruch. Here we are at the Tikkun Elevator Kollel, as our motto is, we learn Zohar every day. We're learning lots of other things as well, all different kinds of panemius. So Razim of Torah. Now we're going to get into something here now, which is really, really rich. This is our first year, an introductory year into Aryeh Kaplan, Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan. What you see on the cover is some of the books that he read. Now, Aryeh Kaplan's been gone a while. But the first thing about him is that he wrote at a time when there was very little going on, that communication with people who were in the English-speaking world, and he wrote completely in English. Even his translation of the Sefer Yetzirah, which gets into all different kinds of meditations, some of which Rabbi Mimran has learned about and studied as well. But all different kinds of aspects of that Sefer Yetzirah, and now we're coming over to his beginning works. We have Ani Maamin, the principles of Maimonides, the real Messiah, the infinite light. If you were God, I just love these books. But could have been in the 80s, 40 years ago. I'm not such a youngster anymore. Let's come over here and let's read this introduction. I haven't prepared anything. I just got the book. I'm very excited about it. And I think that this is the kind of book or the kind of treatise that if we could get it into, a time limit, not too long, that it's something that everybody could absorb and enjoy. So we write like this. He says, this is the beginning introduction. This is on the fold of the book, and it says the Aryeh Kaplan Anthology. The name Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan stirs mixed emotion. One feels joy and gratitude that he was planted in our era to enrich so many lives. And one weeps at the tragedy of his premature loss when he was at the heights of his power, with important literature gushing from his fruitful mind in torrents. Aryeh Kaplan was proclaimed by a who's who as the most promising young physicist in America. Here's a person who's a physicist. A world was open to him, but he chose a different world, and he made it a far better one. His world was a world of Torah, the Torah thought and knowledge, and his goal was to translate its infinite depth and profundity into language and terms that everyone could understand. In an age when unprecedented numbers of Jews are searching for the word of the Creator, Aryeh Kaplan guided them to his well springs, drew his wisdom, and quenched their thirst. He wrote scores of books, pamphlets, and essays, and upon his untimely death, he left behind a large number of unpublished manuscripts. The National Conference of Synagogue Youth has had the privilege of publishing many of his books. They ask hard questions about Judaism and its commandments, the questions that our secular and assimilationist worlds bombarded us with, and they gave compelling answers. His pen was like a master's brush. The Torah was his palette. The Jewish people were his canvas. He made countless thousands of NCSY young people and their parents, and the rest of us understand concepts like mikveh, tefillin, the Sabbath, the revelation at Sinai, why be a Jew, and what it means to be a Jew. So as we go on, and he finishes and he says like this: then, when he was only 48 years old, without warning, he was gone. A generation of future teaching was torn from his people, but his immortal legacy remains with us. Now, NCSY and Masorah Publications are proud to present in book form the works that made him a household word. In 2 volumes, we present Rabbi Kaplan's popular works. Undoubtedly, this new presentation will gain many more adherents for the cause of Judaism, the cause to which he devoted his life and that he served so well. This is Baruch Fleischman, and that is the beginning introduction. Let's just see a little bit more about how the book, this is the anthology number 1. And he's going to go into illuminating expositions of Jewish thought and practice by a revered teacher. That's Aryeh Kaplan, Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan. We have a little bit here. We're going to start off. He's going to start about the principles of Maimonides. And I read a little bit of it. The language is so fantastic. We're very fortunate that we have someone who thought ahead and made it possible to learn the most deepest ideas in English. This is Baruch Fleischman.